Feelings of worthlessness from a worldly, from a dunyawi perspective. Every time I take an exam, I fail. Every time I try to do a business, it goes bankrupt. I just have no luck in this life. What's wrong? Maybe Allah doesn't like me. So we have 3 verses now about worthlessness of this dunya. This is material worthlessness. This also happens when you're struggling with depression, when you're battling anxiety. You get feelings of lacking confidence in this dunya. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَلَمْ يَجِدْكَ يَتِيمًا فَآوَى وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًّا فَهَدَى وَوَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى. 3 rhetorical questions. And the purpose of a rhetorical question is to emphasize what is already known, not to teach something you didn't know. To bring up a memory, you should have it. You should be thinking about it, but you're not thinking about it. Something has clouded you. So the rhetorical question, it jars you, it makes you alert. So Allah asks 3 rhetorical questions, meaning, Ya Rasulullah, how could you think that Allah has abandoned you? How could you think that you are no one, you have no worth? Look at all the blessings Allah has given you. Then Allah mentions 3 blessings. أَلَمْ يَجِدْكَ يَتِيمًا فَآوَى. Your mother died, your father died, your grandfather died. You were a yatim in every sense of the word. Yet, at every stage of your life, didn't we take care of you? Didn't we send someone else to protect you? When your father passed away, even before you were born, your mother was there for you. When your mother passes away, your grandfather took you. When your grandfather passed away, your uncle Abu Talib took you. At every stage of your life, your vulnerability was protected by Allah. أَلَمْ يَجِدْكَ يَتِيمًا فَآوَى وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًّا فَهَدَى. You didn't know the truth, Ya Rasulullah. You used to go to Ghar Hira. You used to be praying to Allah to guide you. You didn't know how to worship Allah. You didn't know the details of Iman, the details of the Quran. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided you. You were not upon the guidance. You didn't know the guidance. Allah Azza wa Jal guided you. وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًّا فَهَدَى وَوَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى. And we found you, you didn't have any money, Ya Rasulullah. You didn't have anything. You were poor. Your parents did not leave you a fortune. But now we gifted you. Our scholars say, Aghna here is Khadija and the wealth of Khadija. And this shows us the blessings of having a good spouse and a righteous spouse. Now you have a house. He did not have a house. Now you have an income. And Allah Azza wa Jal has given you enough that you can live a comfortable life. Meaning, what is the purpose of these 3 verses, dear brothers and sisters? Anytime something negative faces you, anytime your business fails, anytime you're in a car crash, anytime your exam doesn't pass, anytime shaitan comes and throws a thought in your head, oh my God, I have no luck. Realize there are always positives in your life that you're overlooking at that stage. Shaitan has caused you to neglect some of the biggest blessings that Allah has given you, and you concentrate on the negative rather than the positive. Ya Rasulullah, look at all of these positives that you have. How could you ever have thought that Allah abandoned you, Allah neglected you, Allah hated you? How is that even possible? At every stage of your life, Allah blessed you with all of these things. So we learn from this. When feelings of worthlessness come, when feelings of despair come, don't look at the negatives, don't look at the failures. Remind yourselves of the positives. Okay, this didn't work out, but Allah blessed me with that. Okay, maybe I don't have something, but I have something else. Always look at the positives rather than the negatives. Always concentrate on the blessings and examine them rather than what you don't have.
Feeling alone can be overwhelming, but as a believer, you are never truly alone. Allah is always with you, ready to listen and guide you. The Quran reminds us, do not grieve. Indeed, Allah is with us. Use moments of loneliness as an opportunity to turn to Him through dua and remembrance of Allah. When you call upon Allah with sincerity, He responds and fills your heart with peace. Loneliness can also be a chance to strengthen your connection with Allah. Reflect on His mercy, read the Quran, and engage in acts of worship to draw closer to Him. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam taught us that Allah is near to those who remember Him. So, when you feel isolated, trust that Allah is your constant companion, and in His presence, there is no room for despair, only hope and tranquility.